We're out of time and out of space, lamenting for the human race. A cataclysmic crisis from the past. A small blue world, thunder torn, an apocalyptic nightmare born, and mankind better learn to cope with it fast. Watch the glittering protectors rise! Inhuman foes meet your demise! And boom, boom, boom! Your end is nigh!
Hello again! I'm sure you're surprised to see me again for day 2 in a row. But it's a different game. This is Savage Worlds Rifts, the Tomorrow Legion. I am Dave, and I will be running this madhouse. To my left,
I'm Stu. I'm playing Lambert Delanoy, the garçon qui brûle.
Right.
I love it. And I'm Sam. I play Tiffany, who is a dragon.
I'm Nick, and I play Indiana Rex, the dog boy.
My name is Kimmy, and I play Arabella Kinsley, and I am a cyber knight.
and last time
Did I take notes?
Yeah.
you did.
I did.
I wasn't
'Cause
here,
Sam
so I
wasn't
didn't.
here.
My notebook's in there. Let me see if I wrote anything down.
Oh,
I think I did.
He just pretended to write something down for the
I
whole
saw him
time.
writing. He said, "I will take care of the notes."
It's just a drawing of poutine.
That is
And
possible.
hearts.
Poutine
Hearts
haiku.
are coming up off of it.
Session 14?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the
it
one.
was session 14.
Oh, cute. You have a Happy Jack's
Yeah.
notebook.
Circuito made
You
it.
don't made
That's
it.
adorable.
Got my little nameplate on it?
Yeah.
Armored. Session 14. Stuck in the dome. Rex fires a laser shot to test the dome against a non-physical. The laser passes unhindered. Lambert ponders the purpose of this dome after what Rex has said. I get out of the suit and try the door of the field generator building. It's locked. I try communicating in the universal language. No, not French. The other one, mathematics. It fails. Arabella, who has been running, stops and swings steel magnolia at one of the ghosts. It dissipates. We ponder how to get out. Much time passes. Lambert carefully... What's that word?
It looks like beastal, but that's not a word.
It's not beastal. That might be a teastal. Is tearstal? Teastal? Is that a word?
No.
I don't know.
Pistol? Pistola?
It is.
Tears the door
Oh,
open. It's two
Lambert
words.
carefully tears the door apart.
I love how you're translating his own writing.
I can't. Arabella joins him to spelunk the dome control bunker. Arabella gets up a force bubble with her brain. We enter the place, light from the double door down the hall. The small single door is closer. We check the close room, living quarters, and the workbench. Rex begins shooting laser bolt at the ghost who is looking for him. The laser bolt leave a mark in the ghost, but otherwise have no effect. We find the control room. 2 corpses. We tell Tiffany to get the stuff she piled on the dome for the last day off. Because it's directly over our heads.
Above, yeah.
Yeah. I know where I put it.
A gem seems to control the dome. Techno-wizard technology or something. Abrella, I wrote Abrella that time, leaves so Lambert can disable. I try flicking the gem. Nothing happens. I have grown weary of this thing. I shoot it at point blank range. Hilarity ensues.
Yes, so your shot was successful. You did not anchor yourself into place, so you flew backwards
A long way.
40-some feet that landed you on your ass, shaken.
Yes.
But your blast was successful in destroying the power pillar that made the gem work.
Excellent.
And then there was a sort of I think I described it as like the Death Star explosion, that
The
ring
ring.
of fire
Right,
that kind of
right.
came out. And different game.
Sorry. Applicable to what you just said.
Yeah, yeah,
Applicable.
Also,
My daughter has recently become a Johnny Cash fan.
You're
excellent.
such a good dad. All right, continue.
That did a significant amount of damage to Stu, and I don't remember how much damage it did to everybody else.
I remember I rolled that stack of bennies till I soaked all
You
my
did?
wounds.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Because you had a bunch.
Yeah.
I remember you kept at it. You're right.
I think I had a little
I think
bit, but
you were
not
okay.
a ton. Yeah.
I
You
think
also had
took
some
one and he took
defense.
two. That's
Yeah.
what I remember.
I have 2 wounds, yes.
Yeah. That dissipated at the edge of the dome. That was kind of the range of the energy pulse. The dome then evaporated into nothingness, and there was a shower of debris that was placed atop it that almost landed on Kimmy, a big boulder, but didn't. Landed right next to you.
Yeah.
That I tried to be as fair as I could, and we just I rolled a 12-sider to see where something landed. Then you guys were packing up and hitting the road to continue the chase after Vaughn when last we left. The psychic wave of energy dissipated all the ghost things.
Got it.
As it went. And then you guys are getting ready to hit the road.
Cool.
So, you just driving, or
Get
you
back on my
gonna?
trailer and go into the recline mode.
Yes, I remember you talked about.
Right, I was driving, he's reclined,
Yes.
and then they're in the dune buggy.
Ah, okay. Cool. So you guys hit back onto the road. At this point, following sort of the trail of those things has gotten a lot harder because it's been a couple of days now since they passed through, and you're kind of following along. You still see every once in a while like a knockdown tree or a crushed plant or small brush or things like that. But in some places where the earth is kind of more hard packed, they didn't really leave much in the way of a trail. But they've been pretty consistently just headed east. You guys keep on trucking. I think it was kind of midday-ish by the time you guys figured out the whole Dome of Death thing, because it was first light when you guys went into the town.
Yes, yeah, I think so. Yeah,
So I
sounds
would have
right.
said it was maybe a couple hours by the time you got it all sorted. So you're back on the road. You kind of have a fairly uneventful afternoon of driving. Sort of in the distance, you can see that there's some sort of a settlement off to the south. But it doesn't look weird in any way. It just looks like what you expect to see is a small settlement of people
Okay.
looking like. But it's pretty far. Like, you see it in the distance, but it's not close enough that, like, you'd be like, hey, did anybody pass through here? They'd be like, I don't know. That's
Right.
5 miles north. If you'd like to head there, though, that's entirely up to you. But otherwise, it's just open road.
Is there any indication that the tracks tend in that direction at all?
Nah.
Then I think Vaughn's probably our priority.
I'm out.
I love how you left the intercom on.
Oh.
Something's gone horribly wrong with that device.
No. Oh,
Now you're a robot.
testing.
You need new batteries or something.
Jesse was playing with it.
Yeah, she was.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Why is it squealing now?
I don't know.
Testing 1, 2.
Jesse broke it.
Check.
Check 1, 2. Check.
Check 1, 2. I don't know.
Regardless. Oh, just no.
Let me turn the gain down there.
Yeah.
The fact that you left the intercom on to snore. Is the best part.
No, I think he fell asleep against it.
Probably.
Head lolled over and hit that button.
It's probably voice activated.
Just
Probably
yeah.
no button.
And you're like, I don't bother to try and turn it off. It's not going to affect me anyway. So in your cozy cocoon, you rumble down the highway. Let's... Oh. My children got at the cards.
Oh no!
You can flip them all back the right way.
Oh, I'll flip them back the right way. Yeah, I'm used to this. At least they're all here, right?
Yeah.
That's not when my kids get a hold of them. You'll have like 47 cards.
And they don't appear to be covered in jam, so you're out of there.
They're not sticking together. That's fine. We're all good.
I found them. They had, because I had unpacked my usual rolly crate that I bring all this stuff for this game in, and so that I could take that crate to the con. So I had the dice and the bennies and stuff sitting on my desk, and then I came out from the back of the house, and both of my girls, they had the box and they had opened it, and they'd taken out the cards, and they were just laying them all out on the floor, like in a pattern, like a grid. They were just like. And I'm like, what's going on? And they both looked at me and they're like...
Satan?
Well, no, they just looked at me and went, it's cards. And I went, yeah, it's cards. And then I was like, why don't you give me those cards back and I'll get you this other deck of cards you can play with.
But you want us to not play with these.
These are the special ones.
Now these are the ones.
What am I drawing?
Just draw 2 cards, one at a time.
A yoker
Oh!
and a king of spades.
Oh! Those are both bad, I think.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I didn't read these rules, but I seem to recall it was something about face cards.
Now,
and
does this count
jokers
as me
are
being able
always
to do
messy.
double damage?
You drew it, but no.
Damn it. That's twice now that a joker has been sitting in front of me when I have not been in a position to shoot. That's when I do 8d12 damage.
And 2 other times that it's almost been yours. Like it would have been, except
Right.
for some weird situation.
Are
Someone
you
was
sure
quick.
you want to talk to them? I have a really good shot.
Right. It's helpful if I open the right book.
I have a feeling that Jesse will be very helpful in days to come. Isn't that right, Dave? Who?
What?
That kid.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that guy.
The kid on the hill.
Yeah.
Aww. All right. So, Sam, why don't you roll a d8 for me?
Okay. I'm gonna roll it in the fancy new thing.
Ooh.
8.
Ocho.
Does it explode?
No.
Okay.
Good question, but no. Let's see. Ooh, exciting times.
Uh-oh.
So,
I know.
as you guys kind of come around a bend, and there's sort of some trees that were in your way, so you didn't have a clear view. You see, there's a minor ley line that goes by. It's not huge or anything, but literally as you're coming around the corner, this giant tear in the universe opens up, and something's going to happen. Let me see.
I think it's a good time to mention that Sir Guido just bought Help of Players for all the players.
Ooh, yay! Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Arabella, because I remember your real name.
Oh, wait.
Lambert, because Poutine.
Did you have your other chips handy?
They should be...
There's some green ones right
There's
here.
a green one there.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
he's in.
Yay.
Use those so that they're...
Sam, because
remember.
Tiffany rocks.
Yay!
And then Nick, love the hair.
Thank you.
Oh, you get one. Just one.
All right.
Thank you.
Nick, a D10, please.
2. All right, everyone, look lively. Lambert, that means you too. Squawk, squawk.
Oh, just don't do it anymore. We get it. The joke's made. Ah.
There we go.
That's better.
Yeah.
You know what? You did take a little damage.
I did, yes.
Maybe your vocorder's messed up. All right, Kimmy, a D20, please.
No. All right. Oh.
A 1. That could be great.
Or
terrible.
Rob gave this to me. It was killing me yesterday, too.
Mm-hmm.
And then Stu, a D8.
Oh, D8?
Yeah.
3.
Awesome. Okay. So
When you say it like that, I don't actually think it's awesome.
no, it's entertainingly awesome for me.
Oh, good.
We'll find
Okay,
out how it works
good.
out for you guys.
Good. Okay.
So the this rift tears open, and it, like, for you guys, it's mid-afternoon, sun's bright and shiny. Through the rift, it is the dark of night. Like, you see a little bit of starlight shining down, but that's about it. Everybody can roll a notice to see how much you see through the other rift.
Notice.
What do we roll if we don't notice again?
A D4 and a D6.
That's smarts,
Minus
right?
two.
-2. 6.
Okay.
5.
Oh, dear.
2 1s.
Critically failed at noticing.
Ooh, I almost critically failed at noticing.
So, the rift opens, and you're totally like, oh!
I was paying attention to Lambert snoring.
So you kind of,
It was so soothing. I was kind of hypnotized by
kind
the
of
sound
like,
of his snoring.
wedge the bottom of the dune buggy sort of on a high point,
Okay.
so it's not like you don't have. It's
So
sort
it's
of
teetering.
balanced. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You're middle high, so the wheels aren't making good contact without somebody getting out and pushing
Yeah.
or getting it off of there. So 6 was the best we got, right? So on the other side, you see that there looks like some headlights. Like
The other side of the rift.
through the rift, you see 2 sets of headlights shining. They're kind of like, they look like they're probably on their side of the universe, pulled up and sort of went, rift.
Right, because they're getting sunlight coming through.
Right,
In the middle
suddenly
of the
now it's
night.
like super bright on their side.
Is there any way to artificially close a rift?
If you had
before
the
it
right
decides
kind
it
of
wanted
magic
to?
user,
Okay.
maybe, but you guys do not.
Okay.
Sam has some magic, but she's not
Not
a
that
line
magic.
walker that would have that level of magic.
Cool. I can go invisible if you want, if that'll help.
I think it might.
That's double horrifying. Because you'd just be like, I'm a sheep. I'm out in the field. Oh my God, Fred! Why? Why are you being ripped to pieces? Sheep gore everywhere.
Well, you can eat things while invisible?
I think you actually become visible when you start to eat something, but
Okay.
the picture in my mind
It's
made
not
me
like
laugh.
Zoidberg in that episode of Futurama.
No.
Okay.
So, the dune buggy is sort of bottomed out.
It looks like we're going to be stuck here for a minute, so we might need to form up a welcoming party for whoever's coming through. We can try and talk to them, but I mean, I know we all want to get on the road for Vaughn, but with this going on and that, we're stopped anyway.
Okay. I'm gonna get out of the dune buggy and pick it up and move it off of where it's wedged.
That's also an awesome image. You just climb out
Or you could just
and you
move it
just
and we can go on
lift
the
it
way.
and set it down
Yeah.
again.
Because I retain
fantastic.
my strength in human
Yeah,
form, right?
totally. Yeah.
Or we could just do that.
Problem solved.
Yep.
She didn't even get out. She's just like, oh, okay. So yeah, you managed to do that. On the other side, you see there were the 2 sets of headlights shining, and now there's like another floodlight that's behind them that has come on and it's kind of illuminating this direction. So you can't really see what is lighting up because that new floodlight's pretty bright.
Okay.
So even our light penetrating that other direction isn't.
No, like it's sort of a bad contrast issue. Like there's no light from behind them, so the light that's coming in, and then their headlights are just coming at you. So you're like, you don't really. Plus, your eyes aren't really adjusted to the dark either. So.
Yeah.
What do you say? Should we take up positions or just leave this?
Oh, you woke me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just be like,
Nice try to roleplay sleeping through the entire episode. But
I'm fucked up. All right, I'll get up. Okay, I'm ready now.
Well, we can just leave this in our dust, and by the time they come through, the odds are they're not going to follow us.
Well, let's just be as intim. Yeah.
give me just a percentage roll.
I don't have 2 d10s. Here was another d10. The 58.
Very average.
So as you pull down your gun and you kind of the suit starts waking up all the systems that were in cruise mode.
Right.
There's sort of like a strategic tactical computer display that comes on and it starts pinging back and forth through the rift. So like
I'm gonna shut that off.
okay. So like it immediately like it starts coming up and like laying out a terrain map and all the sensor stuff that
It means it's connected to the network.
yes.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna shut that off.
Okay. You turn that computer off.
Okay.
Everything okay up there, Lambert?
There's I think there's more of me in that hole.
More French people?
No, maybe.
It's a portal to France.
Do you think they
I'm
have
not
poutine?
French. I'm from Canada. What?
You speak French. Do you think they have poutine?
You speak
Dimensional
English, but
poutine.
you're not from England.
she
Where's
might be.
England?
We actually don't know.
Yeah.
She could be. That's
I don't know where my egg is from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if this would be a good place for us to stay right now.
Are you getting any IFF signals?
Well, it connected me to my tactical battle map, which tells me that it was connecting me to the network of someone else.
Oh.
And I don't know if there's anyone there that I would want to meet.
Aren't most glitter boys like good guys?
Some. I'm not in a good position to go toe to toe with someone right now, though.
No, yeah, no. I agree, but I mean if they're another glitter boy, we could use their help at the castle if they're.
Yeah, maybe, or they might just blow us all up. Well, everyone but me.
Yeah, that'd be a real shame if some of us were to die from a glitter boy explosion.
I would not want to be blamed for more things that are not my fault.
How come there's an uncomfortable silence all of a sudden?
What? Everybody's fine. We're fine.
Fine.
Everything's fine.
How are you?
Yeah.
I do not know. I mean, I could switch it back on and look, but it could cause a. It could end very badly, or it might be okay. But if it's badly, it's going to be real badly.
All right. Well, I suppose it might be best to err on the side of caution then.
We do have Vaughn
Then
to
again, it might be
rescue.
too late.
Yeah,
They
that's
may already be coming this way.
Are we seeing any additional movement or change of?
There's probably some movement around the vehicles. Nobody's coming up to the rift, though.
Okay.
But you've in the distance you've kind of heard like the rift itself after the tear opens. It's not loud. It's not making weird noises or anything. So you hear like some car doors open
Okay.
and close. So you
Are
would
there
have heard
temporal
that.
rifts? Mm-hmm. There are.
They could be through time. It could be through space. It
Okay.
could be
So this could just be the other half of the planet.
could just be.
Or this could,
It could be us.
in the past.
Or the future.
I'll turn it back on.
Okay. So it kicks on and it starts again,
Giving
like the slowly tiling out a map from
Right.
sensor data, kind of a thing. The other side, it shows that there's totally 2 vehicles, smaller one in the lead, larger one there, and then the sensor data is coming from behind the larger vehicle.
Okay, so the headlights, that's the smaller vehicle?
Well, you saw 2 sets of headlights, so a smaller vehicle and a larger one.
And then a floodlight.
And then there's a floodlight from behind. So you're
But
assuming
whatever
that-
this is handshaked with my
Yes.
system, so that means at some point it was part of the same army, I would assume.
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it give me any data on what's there?
Codename Poutine.
Probably not. For reasons
Okay.
that I don't want to just throw out there because I don't want to mess things up for you. But
Okay.
but there would totally be a valid reason why you maybe don't have like general access.
Yeah, sure.
Like you're not a ranking officer, so you
Right.
don't have like
Right. Okay.
They're guessing in the chat room right now that's like, oh, it's going to be the Creole Lambert Delacroix.
Windy Delacroix.
Yeah, Wendy Delacroix. Yeah, they're totally like naming him off.
Hey, what you looking for over there? I made some gumbo.
He puts Tabasco in poutine. It's terrible.
Spicy poutine. The devil's meal.
Huh. Interesting.
You do start seeing looks like 2 heat signatures that have gotten out of each vehicle.
Let's wait and see what happens.
Close.
If it would have been full, it would have made it.
Yeah,
But then again, I wouldn't have thrown it away.
that's true.
The paradox.
So
Just like this riff.
just to clarify, since I
No.
don't get to shuffle it again.
Oh yeah, you
Okay,
did. Yes,
that's what I
yes,
mean.
yes.
That's what I'm saying.
When it's time for cards, like
Okay.
yeah.
Like it might be now. Just maybe.
Nobody's taken any actions that are leading into combat yet. So
Yeah.
if
I'll
you
Kind
want
of
to
move
start,
the gun up a little so it's not pointed directly at them.
okay, all right.
There's people approaching.
And like a couple steps in front of the front set of headlights, just this radiant light comes off of somebody, like just shining towards you guys. And they start walking towards the rift.
I'll call out. I'll call out. Hello, the Rift. See if I get any hail.
You kind of
one hand
you get
up
like
with
a you get like a wave, like a hello.
In that voice?
Yes, it is a female voice.
Oh, okay. It's not like the Lollipop Kids or something.
It's just a tiny person.
Oh, okay.
Everything on the other side is the Lilliputian dimension.
That's where Mother went.
They've come to help.
Ah, they've come back.
They got word through. They're here. Their advanced crazy technology will infect you all.
Right, when I hear them greet us back, I'm gonna, like wave my hand in greeting.
This is going to sound a little weird, but have you ever seen anything like this before?
Yes, yeah, it's just a rift. We were driving along and it just opened up on us.
Okay. Do I recognize any voice by any chance?
I guess make a smarts roll.
All right.
Vampire 54 did help a player for Stu. Thanks for the coming shenanigans.
I don't know where the pile
they're
is.
right here.
3
Oh.
is 9. 9.
Okay. It sounds very familiar.
Okay.
It sounds a lot like Arabella.
Anaphylacta.
Yes. It's Barabella.
It's the same as her, except a bear.
Oh,
This
they're all
is the best.
bears.
It's Bear Universe.
And
Lambert didn't even have to change his name.
No.
comes walking up to the rift and looks very similar. Like armor-wise, looks almost the same. Not
But she has a
quite.
goatee.
Just about that.
It's a different fashion deal there.
My evil twin.
But yeah, looks almost the same person.
Okay.
And you can kind of see she's shielding her eyes, like trying to peer out into the daylight.
Is she the shiny person?
Yep.
Oh.
Is there a sort of protocol if you're dealing with temporal stuff that you don't want to spoil or say anything or do whatever, or a particular...
This is not the Federation. They
Okay.
don't have-
Hey, I don't know.
I mean, the general advice is try not to fuck things up,
Right.
Yeah.
but no. And there's no, like, prime directive either. If you come across a medieval village that got transported here,
Right.
they're
Great.
not like, just leave them alone. See if they develop advanced technology on their own.
I'm gonna ask her why she's so shiny. Hey, why are you so shiny?
I was just trying to light up the way.
All right.
That doesn't explain my question, but okay.
On this side of the rift,
It literally looks like the armor is radiating light.
Oh, okay, her armor is, not herself.
Yeah, no, like not skin.
Okay.
Radioactive land.
No. Yes. Everybody roll a d8. If you get an 8, you just got cancer.
Oh yeah, Is my dosimeter going off?
It is
Because
not.
I have
You
it.
actually
It's
have
here.
one. You're safe. It is not radiation.
It's within
I'll say, hey, on this side of the rift, it's, and I'll give the date.
No, it's the same day here.
All right.
I like your armor.
Do you want to take this one?
You see, like as soon as you say something, like
Yeah.
she kind of turns and looks and is like, steps like right up to the edge of the rift, and like leans out, and totally is able to kind of see you guys at that point, and goes, "What?
This is a strange situation. I have not experienced this myself.
So, you all work for the Legion then?
Yes.
And you're traveling to try and save somebody?
Yes.
Like-
Yeah.
And
I see.
A boy named Vaughn.
No? We're after one of our old adventurers.
who's that?
Well, his name was Cal. He was taken from the castle. A few days back. We've been chasing after him.
Oh. Is she standing close to me? I'm gonna kind of like put my hand on her, pat her shoulder. Well, good luck. I'm sure you guys will do an excellent job. We must be on our way though. We're after a small boy.
All right. Well, good luck. See you on the other side, I guess.
Good hunting.
Quite literally, yes.
Wait a sec. Do you have a me in there? Am I in there? Hi, Tiffany.
Yeah.
Okay, Tiffany. I hope you find your mom. Tell her I said hi.
She's totally like, thanks. Like, it looks like a figure like climbed up on top of the front vehicle and is like, yay!
Ooh, a me.
Like
Yay!
super excited.
Give her a big hug when you find her. Him. Hey, Cal, you know who I'm talking about.
Pronouns
Will
are
do.
confusing.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right.
You guys going?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna go. On our side, it was a bunch of large techno warrior women on these sort of radiant beasts. Beasts with tentacle things, cyber tentacle
that's-
things. Same thing.
That's what we're after.
Do you
for
have
sure.
it? We've never seen them before on this side. Have you guys know anything about them?
No, we're just chasing after them as fast as we can, but man, they can haul.
yeah.
We have the same thing. All right. Well, if you have a weird domed city that's got all some sort of ghost and dome thing, don't bother. It's harmless. Just go.
Yeah, don't
All right.
don't
See
go
ya.
there. Don't go there.
Well, we passed through a village, a few hours ago. Seemed full of nice people, and they'd been working on a defensive shield.
Oh
Thing.
boy.
If you go by there again, tell them maybe don't.
Yeah, it might not end well.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, thanks. Appreciate it. Try and send some word back. We're probably still in radio range.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good hunt and good luck.
Yeah. Where did you get that armor?
From the castle.
All right. That's very mighty fine armor. I appreciate that.
It looks just like yours, but
Radiant.
It's shiny.
there is a magical ability called light.
Oh, is it? Oh,
I don't actually know if you have it, but
okay. She does. I will get one.
I'll tell you guys right now that through the rolls, the rift was darkness, parallel Earth.
Oh, nice.
Oh, neat.
So I was like, all right, things are just a
Fabulous.
little different, but not a lot different.
Totally different. Okay, that's awesome.
But yeah,
All right.
you guys back on the road?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, good hunting. Stay safe.
Cheers.
Tell Cal to don't stand in front of the glitter bullet.
Tell him to duck.
All right.
I'm
You
going
hear
to,
a French laughter on the other side.
I'm going to geotag the coordinates of this rift so we can report it back later
Yeah.
in case it ends up being more stable.
And so I can come visit my freaking
And
mom.
so maybe you can visit your mom.
Aww.
But it's not your mom. It's your mom prime or something. It's,
Yeah, it's meatloaf home.
Don't
Right.
care.
Not the same.
Still acceptable.
All right. May not be crazy either.
Oh, that'd be weird.
Super sane, boring cow.
No. Okay, maybe not.
It's like,
Totally just Mr. Milk
Yeah.
Toast.
Yeah.
Like this.
eat your broccoli.
I'm a farmer.
Suburban house
Yeah.
life.
I found
Yeah.
this egg on my farm. I kept it safe for a while.
Trying to raise
I raised this dragon to toast barley for my brewing.
No brain mites.
No. Oh, man, yeah. All right, yeah, so we continue on. Oh, yeah, we have to get the thing free. Do we have
The
to-
what? The dune
No,
buggy?
she did
Oh,
that
yeah,
Yeah.
she did that already.
immediately. She was like, "This is handled."
Womp.
Well, it wasn't like a major complication.
Check 1, 2.
I'll find it. I'll find the combination.
Testing 1, 2.
That's not it.
That's
Ooh,
not
that
it.
one. I like that one.
Check 1, 2.
No.
Check 1, 2.
There you go.
Ah,
That is
that's
it.
Yeah, but it's not making the horrible feedback.
You're
it does.
awake. Remember, you made yourself
Good.
No, I
laugh.
went back to sleep.
No, you made yourself laugh.
He's like, "Oh, this is handled."
Back to sleep.
Switch the thing. I'll send any data we have of our.
Oh, okay.
Can I like?
Yeah, you can send like a
Okay.
tactical
Swap,
report
yeah.
through,
Okay.
and you get a basic map report of their journey on their side,
Okay.
and it's almost the same as yours, like minor differences.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't meet the gas and pit guy.
I wasn't.
Well,
You still.
your character was.
Okay.
You were just on the truck, or you got the update about it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Right.
but it looks like they didn't meet the gas and pit guy,
Okay.
but they met the town,
Right.
just slightly different timeline wise, that kind of a thing. Cool. So you guys are back on the road. You know that terrain wise things have gotten a little more mountainous as you've been going, and you've kind of gone up in elevation, like you're kind of starting to head into the bottom end of the Appalachians, like
The Ozarks.
kind of, yeah, well, like you're farther along than that.
Yeah, the Ozarks are kind of
They're more
to the north.
Yeah.
A bit to the northwest.
like,
it probably is more Appalachia.
because I'm thinking it's sort of
What state are we in roughly?
maybe South Carolina. Let me zoom out.
That
and-
far? We got that far east?
Yeah, you've been trucking for a while. Let me. Here we go. I will get it. Yeah, because you went for a few days. You've crossed over the Mississippi River right away. You're probably, you're coming into South Carolina now. You kind of cut across the southern border of Tennessee. You followed along,
Okay.
and now you're coming into the sort of just above Greenville, South Carolina,
All right.
in that range.
Okay.
So you've kind of gone through the lower end of those mountains and forest
Right.
there. You're not all up into the like Blue Ridge Mountains.
The Nantahala National Forest.
Yes. Exactly through there.
Chattahoochee? Chattahoochee National Forest? Maybe that one too?
Yeah. You can't say Chattahoochee without
Nope.
slipping into a. That's just a word that makes it's like a lot of voice actors and stuff that do multiple accents and stuff. They always have like catchphrases that they use in their head
Right.
to switch quickly.
Hey,
That makes sense.
Can you grab me a...
Yeah.
So like yeah, I can see that being one. Chattahoochee.
Chattahoochee.
All right. So you are
Thank you, Ken.
passing like the northern edge of the ruins of Greenville, South Carolina. It's pretty wasted. Doesn't look like there's very much in the way of anybody living there or anything. You,
It's a ruined city.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's deteriorated significantly, but it doesn't look like anybody's made any efforts to try and repopulate it or fix it up or anything.
Okay.
And it looks fair, like the bits of the suburbs that you pass through look like they've been thoroughly scavenged or destroyed. Or
Are we're following tracks, I'm assuming.
yeah, off and on, less on now.
Have they roughly been have they been heading east
good.
or like southeast generally?
Pretty much straight east.
Straight east. Okay.
They detour a little bit in a few places to just kind of take advantage of easier terrain, but
Okay.
if you plotted it out, it would be roughly an arrow east.
Okay.
You know that it's probably another. It's getting into night now here, and it's probably another 6 to 8 hours travel to get out to the coast. At the pace you guys
Okay.
can keep up reliably.
Now everyone else could sleep because I have been sleeping the whole day. I could drive if you all went to sleep.
Well, you can't drive the buggy.
No, but can they put it on the thing?
They could. If you guys want to continue traveling like that.
Because I've been sleeping all day.
Yeah. Yes, you have. That seems like a fine idea to me.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's
Sure.
do it if we can.
Sure.
If we can reduce our time deficit, I think that Vaughn will be in better hands the sooner we can get hold of him.
Yep.
All right. So you guys all settle in. You want a cold one, give me?
No, it's okay.
When do I make health rolls, or how does healing work? I don't remember.
Did you want? Because there's more in the fridge. I can just get another one.
You can
This is
drink
yours.
this one,
Okay.
and then I can always take one from the fridge for my ride home if I need it.
Okay.
It's fine. Let me. Can I see the main book? That was one thing I didn't remember actually in between sessions is if anybody actually had magical healing abilities. I don't remember.
Oh, there. I skipped healing.
Yeah, I know it's in the back-ish.
Well, I thought
Sounds like
12
that-
patients to healing before we left the cathol.
I feel like I had. Oh yeah, I have healing, but not magical healing. Or I might have magical healing, but I have regular healing.
Oh, that's like healing, as in like the skill.
Yeah.
Isn't there like natural like? Oh, there's natural healing. Okay.
There absolutely is.
Yeah, I found it. It's on 78.
I thought it was back
Every 5 days.
Oh no.
You know, I'd say
I think I might.
I'd give you a roll every day,
Okay.
since it was purely sort of psychic trauma,
Mm-hmm.
like rest in the company of your friends, not experiencing any of the horrific things that day.
Oh, I have
Right.
healing. I have magic healing.
Oh. So yeah, you could totally, before you knock out for the day, you could totally.
Do you use the golden hour rule, or do you just get rid of that because it's a giant pain in the rear?
Oh yeah.
And if so, I think we could probably just retcon it.
We could totally retcon it to
Do
the
some healing.
you would have helped out.
I
with
would have
that,
known
yeah.
to do that. I wouldn't
Yeah.
have forgotten.
Yeah, so that's totally cool. I didn't even think about that
Yeah, I
when we
forgot about
started. So you can make your psionics roll to see
Okay.
about healing, and you have 1 wound, so you're -1 to
Right.
it. So it's probably a better idea to try and heal yourself first.
Yes.
Physician, heal thyself.
What are we roll for psionics?
D6. That's the baseline one. It wasn't on your sheet last time, so we just
That's
used
right.
the base rule.
I was supposed to fix that.
It's okay. I remember.
I don't do anything.
I might want a banana.
You can try again.
Go me.
grab
Mm-hmm.
God damn it.
Choose your own banana.
Thank you.
I'd say you'd get 1 more try, and then you'd have to start using
want a
bennies.
banana?
Okay.
No, thank you.
Because you're running out of time.
I'm gonna switch dice.
I was just thinking that was a very unsuccessful line of books.
Choose your own banana. It's really just the one result.
Yeah.
You get a banana.
People are so disappointed.
there it
I
is.
spent $5 on this.
Right there. There it is.
Ooh,
right there.
1, 6.
The bananas.
8.
Why are you
Minus
putting
1
it on
for
the
your-
tablecloth next to me?
7.
Like it's a glorious prize I have earned.
7.
It's the bananas.
7. Totally,
No.
you do it. Now, in that description of the healing, it should give you...
That shit is
The roll, sir, the penalty. Okay, I did that already. Healing repairs bodily damage. Instant lay on hands. Oh, PowerPoint's 3. So,
So it costs you 3 power points.
yeah, for extras, the GM must first determine. Okay, no, this doesn't matter. A successful arcane skill roll returns the ally to the game shaken. Oh no, that's if I'm rezzing someone. It doesn't actually say.
I think it's 1 wound per success and raise.
I think. But,
Spell removes a wound with a success, 2 with a raise. There we go.
oh, okay. So you got a success. You got 9, you said?
Yeah.
So that's a success and a raise, so it's totally... You only had 1 wound
No,
anyway.
7.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter. You
Still
only
a
had 1 wound,
success.
so
Yes.
yeah. Now you can roll for Stu, and there's no negative. No penalties.
4.
That's a success.
Okay.
That takes care of 1 of his wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Can I roll? Wait, no. Yes, I can roll one more time.
You can try 1 more. Nice!
4.
All
The
right.
exact same roll.
Exact same roll again.
At least those dice were working.
Yes.
It's cool. So
They
you're
were-
all good.
Yes. I'm out of Psionics power for a little while though.
Well, you're about to go to sleep, so
Yeah, so it should be fine.
cool.
That's the only reason.
Unless something happens in the night, I don't know if anything could ever happen like
well,
that.
if we're retcon that back to before we started traveling,
Oh, yeah.
does she get them back like every 15
yeah, you
minutes,
probably
right?
do. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you're probably all charged.
I'm
up
back
anyway.
again.
I mean, I don't know
By
exactly what
default,
the
in
recharge
my
is for them.
I always go back to like the Vancian magic of like sleep.
Yeah.
Go to sleep and wake up in the morning and be ready to go again. Yeah, but that's not the way this works. Cool. So you guys are all sort of settling in for a nap. You've got to hoist the buggy onto the back of the truck,
Oh yeah.
and then you can all get as comfortable as you can.
I'm gonna sleep in human form because the truck is not that big.
Thank you.
Right.
Is there a high point where I can watch out for approachers or a berm?
Are you trying to park or are you going to try and drive? Like,
Just like with nearby. I'm just looking for slightly higher ground than where they're camping out, so I can kind of see if anyone approaches.
I thought they were going to sleep
thought
in the
you
car
were
while you were
driving.
driving.
Oh, they are. That's right. I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
forgot
yeah.
about that. Okay.
Well, are you driving from the thing or are you driving from your
I'm driving
suit?
from the suit.
Okay, so I'm sleeping in the front seat.
Okay.
Because in my head we have a bench seat.
Right.
I don't know why.
Yeah, that's
So
kind
you
of
can
my
wake up
vision
and go
of
like,
it too.
ah.
Yeah,
It's
oh
like
God.
it's like one of those big flatbed tow trucks.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like 2 doors, bench seat,
Cool.
that kind of a thing. But it's now rigged up with like a little servo, so like it's kind of creepy as you're going to sleep because like it's rumbling along and the steering wheel's like
Yeah.
doing its own thing. It's like the first time you're in a Tesla and somebody does the autopilot thing. It's kind of terrifying at first because you're like, I don't know if I can trust it, because it just suddenly just like, oh cool, all right. and they're like, I want to change lanes, tick, tick, and it goes.
That's terrifying. It's
That is
awesome.
really terrifying.
It's super cool. It's super rad.
Until it,
When it works, I'm sure
Yeah.
it's fantastic.
until it sees a big white wall and it doesn't know where to go and you die. Not you, but
Well,
No,
that's
I
why
tried.
you're not supposed to be like sitting there watching a movie while,
Yeah.
while
Right.
it drives.
Well, eventually. I'm just waiting for that, because what does it use? It uses the lines to navigate?
Yes. It doesn't activate unless it's on a clearly delineated road.
Okay.
It won't turn on if you're somewhere and it can't sense where the lanes should
So
be.
can it tell when, like, kids have come along in the middle of the night on the freeway and drawn lines? I mean, I'm just saying. I can think of 1,000 ways that could go wrong. Because people are assholes.
I'm sure that
God, you're a terrible person. I wouldn't even have thought of that.
I'm certain that it
I
uses.
tend to be a worst case scenario kind of person.
Like, I don't know exactly how the
And
back-end
another
software
rash of
works.
Roadrunner terrorism.
Right.
17 Teslas have driven into this wall.
Sorry, Elon.
But I don't know for sure, but I'd assume there's probably some level of coordination with the whole GPS system. So if you're on a highway driving and suddenly the lane looks like it turns right, I think it probably can suss that out for a second. I don't know, though. I
I
don't
guess
know.
we'll find out.
By the way, Vampire 54 gave me a Benny for Kimmy, heal thyself,
Yay!
which I did.
Welcome to Tomorrow Legion, our Elon Musk future
Discussion
Tesla cast.
panel. The next rift that opens, it's just a fleet of autopilot vehicles come driving out.
Tesla bots.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're totally like they drive out and then transform. Like,
I
In
would
the
totally
Silicon
go.
Valley douchebags.
Yeah.
and then they start setting up like giant rockets, and you're like, what are they doing?
Spewing elevator pitches.
Yeah.
Does your home run on battery? Would you like it to?
I see you're still using enriched uranium.
Click here to find out more.
All right. So you're driving along. It's night. Do you have the headlights and stuff on, or are you just working with telemetry data from your...
I'll work with telemetry data from my suit. If it's working. Is it in...
Yeah.
Okay.
That's totally fine.
This is the guy who just talked about how autopilots are a terrible idea.
No, but I'm
I know.
driving.
I know, I'm just kidding.
But he's using the built-in range finding data from his super advanced tactical military mech, so I'm sure it's fine.
Right.
And it's
Just
not like-
aiming his gun at everything to like get the rangefinder to come
that's
on.
how he steers. It's just
It's to ignore the little button that's going fire now, fire now, fire now.
How about now?
target locked. Target,
Yeah.
target. It's just brackets appear on everything. Would you like to shoot this bird? But you're cruising along. 3 or 4 hours in, you kind of see to the north this time. You see what looks like a settlement again, fairly distant, because it's night, and it looks like they actually have some kind of power going on because there's light. But it's probably 10 miles out of your way, up that direction. But you can see it clearly because there's no other light pollution.
Have we seen any tracks lately?
You can make a tracking roll. The tracks were getting less and less obvious, especially at night without lights and somebody actively looking at them. Like, you can continue sort of charting an easterly course fairly easily, but
You can also wake me up. I mean, I figured that during this whole drive I've been kind of stopping and checking and
sure, yeah.
making sure we're doing the right thing.
I mean, you could wake him up every hour and a half or whatever and be like, see anything?
It's also nighttime.
Right.
Sure, I'll try that. I'll stop.
I do a lot of tracking by scent, so
Oh, okay.
night's
Oh,
not that bad.
Perfect. There's a city over that way. I don't know if you can sense a trail. We can keep going. Otherwise, maybe we go there and see if they saw something.
Sure. Let's see.
It's your turn.
No, I don't have an obnoxious thing. That's my dainty snore.
I will use Sergito's help player to do better on that tracking job because that was garbage. And I will. That is a 12.
It takes you a little while. Like I said, the leavings of their tracks are getting farther and farther, harder and harder to spot. Because it's not like they're leaving as many footprints and that kind of thing by that point in the time. But you find it looks like they crunched across this interstate highway. So it looks, for a while, they were on the interstate highway, maybe 200 yards in front of you, where they kind of traveled along the cement, heading in the same direction you're heading. But you see the big, like, three-toed foot smash spots.
That is just continuing
Yeah.
down the road. It looks like they're just trying to get back to their settlement as well. They detoured briefly to get onto the pavement here, but then they went right back to their easterly course.
Okay. Alrighty. Thank you. Pleasant dreams to you. Onward.
Drive safe.
It looks like that settlement that you see kind of maybe on the outskirts of Old Charlotte.
Okay.
Oh.
Just to give you kind of a reference.
Right.
As you've been traveling. You keep on trucking.
Okay.
I'm dreaming of glowing armor.
Couple more hours and you get to a spot that literally before you even see it, you see this glow, super bright in the sky from it. What? You're like, I've been sleeping and learning how to do that.
That's my magic.
So you get up there and you kind of, like I said, you see this glow and it's weirdly colored. It doesn't look like just standard sort of lighting that most settlements have, but it looks like it's kind of garish, like bright colored lights.
Like a real blue bright light, or
There's some blue and some pink hues to it, and multicolored stuff. Doesn't look like it's like shifting spectrums or anything weird, but it's just there's a lot of color lit coming over this hill.
I will park the. I'm going to come just shy of the crest of the hill, and I'll wake everyone up.
I'm hard to wake up.
I'm not.
Just FYI. Yeah.
Okay, so everybody, he goes around and starts waking everybody up.
What?
Yes.
What?
I'm in my suit, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bing.
There's bright lights. I didn't want to go over there in case there's the spider people.
That's probably a good idea.
Ooh, that's bright. It's a lot of colors. Looks like a, what did Mother call those? Christmas tree? It's a tree that has brightly colored?
It's an old tradition, yeah.
Yeah.
Where do they grow? Here?
The lights are added to the trees afterwards.
Oh, why would you do that?
To start fires.
Yeah.
It's
Seems flammable.
It's a kind of a pagan celebration.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Gifts are given.
I like gifts.
Yeah.
We should try this Christmas thing.
Glowing trees and presents, yes.
I totally want to have a Rift Christmas episode now. Like just badly translated Christmas traditions. Like hundreds of years later, people are like, you vaguely know like there's a tree and you're supposed to light it up in different colors.
Yeah.
And
You throw pickles at people.
yeah,
I don't know why. That's just what you do.
It's a monster with claws that comes out of the chimney. You gotta defeat him to get the presents.
The pickles.
Well, there's that pickle.
No,
thing
I know.
in the
that
tree.
Yeah. No, I just like. I was not
Pickles.
expecting the throwing pickles.
That's like that weird recurring dream when you're running naked and there's a bunch of women chasing you, throwing pickles at you. No.
Yeah.
Never?
Never had
Just
that one.
sounds like
So
a
back
good
to
one,
the
though.
game. It just got awkward.
That's actually from a movie or something.
Yeah. Sure it
Uh-huh.
is.
No, it is.
Totally believe you.
It's the internet. You can find anything.
It's true.
All right. So yeah.
I will
Alright.
like kind of walk over and until I can peek
Alright.
my poke
See
my
the
head.
thing.
I will demonstrate what you kind of start to see. Here, hold on. So
It's a giant iPad.
So you start kind of coming up to the crest of the rise, and you start seeing a structure.
It's
pretty-
That's gonna probably just. Oh no, it actually shows. That's cool. I'll keep walking.
You tell me if you're gonna stop.
I'm gonna stop until I see the skulls. That's when I'll stop.
I don't think there's gonna be skulls.
Okay. South of the border.
Oh, it's kind of blown out.
Yeah, it's a little
Right,
bit.
yeah.
You can take it closer. Does it work?
No, that's probably worse.
It's sort of.
It's
kind
trying.
of,
It's
almost.
trying.
There you go. No. Okay.
No.
No. All right. Well, that's a
All right.
sign. It's the south of the border.
Anybody that's driven up and down
Those
I-95,
of you, to those of you listening at home
Yep.
or at work on your commute, we apologize for that entire bit.
Yeah.
but
it's
it
a
was
lit-
awesome.
it's
You
a-
should look at the video.
It's a lit up
Yeah.
cityscape of some sort.
Yes.
It looks like in terms, not your character would understand, but you as Stu would understand. It looks like a super tacky roadside stop.
Like a mini Vegas.
Kind of like everything's lit up neon.
Right.
Like there's a water tower that looks like a sombrero. There's it literally is this big giant neon sign that says south of the border.
Are there anthropomorphic cars driving around? Is it Radiator Gulch?
No,
Okay.
but it is 100% a real place you could visit in real life.
Okay.
Cars
Oh,
must
yes.
exist in the rest of the world.
My
too.
grandfather lives on the Outer Banks of
Oh.
North Carolina, so I'm familiar with that.
Yes.
Border.
I think it is safe.
As you get all the way to the top of the hill and are looking down, you see there are some people,
I can go do
Down
a
in
little
there?
bit of recon if we want.
people's shapes.
Well, the bad guys, they would not have such neon.
Why?
We don't know anything about them.
Because
If
they
this is
don't
their-
want to. They don't want to advertise themselves.
Unless they're. In
Unless
such
they rule
power.
this area.
Yeah, unless they're in such power, they don't have to worry about it.
They would use the electricity for their torture machines, not to light the
True.
signs.
The thief bots were pretty stealthy when they tried to get into the castle. They weren't so fussed about making an.
The shapes you see
Stealthy
down there
exit.
don't
The people
look
who
like
designed the spider things did not design the city.
Right. That doesn't mean that they're good people, though. Remember the bikers we ran into? They were plenty loud.
Yeah, we're okay.
Well, only because our friend Rex was with us. Otherwise, we would have been. I might have been in trouble.
Well, maybe.
Well, until Tiffany ate them, then it would have been fine. But
I could eat these people if they turn out to be bad. I haven't had a.
the
meal
shapes
in a
you see
while.
moving around down there do not look like the giant cybernetic people that took
Okay.
Vaughn.
You can scout if you want. I will wait.
why don't you?
Try throwing a pebble at them.
You just run down the hill and go, and
The
then run back.
Our
tavern
animal
is actually their new store idea is throw a pickle.
Throw a pickle at them.
Just keep a barrel of pickles for scouting. Oh, what the?
All right.
The ones in the bags, the real spicy ones, I love those pickles. Those are awesome. That would make a good snack.
That's not a great stuff.
Throwing
Giant pickle.
3.
Okay. You kind of coming down the hill, and it looks like cover has been cleared in sort of a big radius around this place. So
Right.
you feel like you're trying to be as stealthy as you can, but you're still a dog guy running down a hill
Right.
with nothing between you and Vegas.
Well,
So-
I'm helmeted, so it's just
Right.
a dog. It just looks like
A-
Armor
a
with a dog
humanoid.
head, yeah.
yeah. But like I said, there's not even really like scrub brush that you're
All
able
right.
to really hide behind.
then I guess I will kind of change the stealth into a nonchalant stroll. And
I
just be
totally
like,
meant to do that.
yeah, hey.
So you as you get closer, you see that there's actually a fair number of people that seem to be walking in and out of the buildings, and there's some people hanging out. Looks like there's a couple of folks in the corner that are smoking, and it looks like there's some people that are in like a little cafe or something like that are eating.
So I saw the south of the border sign on the thing, but is there any other like welcome to or?
That's the big sign. It does say welcome underneath where it says south of the border. It says welcome. That's actually not in this picture, but
Welcome.
it looks. There's a sign a little farther on that says leather shop. It's also lit up in neon. There's, like I said, there's like a little cafe. It looks like there's a gas station sort of a thing, structure. There's, like, it looks like there's some vehicles parked in the lot kind of stuff, but
Welcome to your death.
it does not look ominous.
How are people dressed?
They're dressed like apocalypse current.
Okay.
Like there's some people that
Contemporary
look like,
apocalypse.
yeah, there's
It's our
some
new
folks
line,
that are wearing like
Apocalypse
kind of
Now.
robe-looking stuff. There's a couple of guys that are wearing some patched together armor bits, that kind of stuff.
Okay, so I don't look totally out of
No,
line
no.
walking into fully armored.
Your armor's probably a little nicer than most of the people you see, but not like these people will be like, what? It doesn't seem like a weird place out of time situation like
Okay.
you already
Got
saw.
it.
If no one seems like super approachable, then I will head over to that gas station
Okay.
area and see if I can talk to whoever's running that place.
Sure. You
They're
get
probably
up
used
there,
to-
there's totally like the glass booth thing with the speaker hole. Speaker part's busted and seems to be gone, but they just punched it out. You can talk through the hole in the glass. Guy's like, what you looking for?
Good evening.
Need some smokes?
Nope, just seemed to get myself a little turned around again. I see the town is south of the border. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, it's less a town, more just a trading post.
Fair enough. Yeah, just been heading east. This place been here long?
Yeah, as long as I remember. And he's, mid-40s dude.
He's 5 years old.
As long as I remember. Can you be my daddy? Like, I just woke up here. Please help. They put me in this booth and told me I had to sell smoke.
I don't even know what smokes are. I hate to trouble you. Do you have a map of the surrounding area? Anything I might be able to borrow or buy? I'm happy to.
Well, sure, we got
Take care of that.
Yeah. And he kind of turns around. He goes, ruffles through piles of stuff, and he comes back with like, it looks like it was a. You know how like touristy areas have those like caricature maps,
Oh yeah.
like where like
Right.
it looks like super sketch
The
cartoony.
oversized
Yeah, like everything's all
landmark.
like every landmark is big. That kind of. It looks like a map like that. That's sort of from here out to the coast.
Okay.
And it's kind of like some various stops and various things that people might want to stop at between here and getting out to the ocean. He's like, this is about the best we've got. Some of these places still got folks around, but some of them don't.
Anything else that might have taken up residence that's not on the map? Any dangerous folks? Anything I should be aware of?
Well, I'd be careful if you go north of here. Most folks
what's
traveling too far north of here, they don't come back.
Any like at all? I mean, there aren't any reports or anything.
Well, we've had a few people kind of get back that talk about watching their friends get blown up from long ways away, loud guns and explosions. A couple crazy guys talking about the robot invasion, but we don't see the robots coming out down here.
Well, that's good. That's good. It's nice. So you don't have any problems coming on through the area.
Not too much. Well, there's some fighting sometimes out towards the coast. We get them damn slug people. What the hell they called?
Oh.
He seems to be racking his brain. Splugorth. They keep coming in. They take folks sometimes from the coastal towns.
Oh, just if I keep heading east, that's where they're roaming.
Yeah, you'll see them out there once in a while. They don't come all the time, but when they come, it's a bad time to be out there.
Gotcha.
Blue
Gotcha.
Earth come, you don't want to be there.
Legit. They're super gross.
It's slimy. It gets all over.
They are the alien race that's sort of taken over the reappeared Atlantis.
They're all supporters.
And they're notorious for slave trade.
Cool. We should keep going before I keep making really bad jokes. Go.
It's all right. You're allowed.
Well,
I'm kind of burnt out on them because I played Riffs when I was 15, so
Oh.
Splugorth was way funnier.
Yeah.
it was the taint of its day.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Damn the taint. It kills me. Oh.
Well,
Yeah, 1 and 3. Sorry.
you'll be happy to know the road west is pretty clear.
Oh, all right.
There's
You coming from Rock Hill then?
yeah, about that area.
Oh, all right.
But everything seems clear. Haven't seen anything on the road. Haven't run into any problems.
Nice.
Just in case anyone's asking or you need that information, I figure a little trade is
Sure,
is
we
worth
appreciate
it
it.
here.
You're welcome to keep that map.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. And if I wanted to find lodgings or anything, or resupply, is there places in town here around the post?
Sure, yeah. Well, like I said, we're open to trade just about anything.
All right.
We got Leroy. He mixes up some fireworks for the kids.
Ah,
We got the leather worker down there. People need some outfits and clothes, some stuff that last. We got the cafe.
mm-hmm.
I don't know what they got in there to eat right now, but you take your chances. But lodging, we used to have a motel, but then we had some problems. So it's kind of tough. A lot of travelers coming through that they just don't treat things nice. So
Gotcha. Is there any kind of town defense or militia I need to check in with or anything if I decide I'm going to stay for a little bit?
no, we're pretty free around here.
All right.
People, anybody comes through causing trouble tends to sort itself out pretty quick because we get enough people in through here that are tough customers.
Fair enough.
But most folks keep to themselves.
Not planning on starting anything. I'm actually, I am kind of on the trail of something. These really tall cyborg warrior women. Seen anything like that pass by?
It sounds like
some
them
kind of
crazy
beast?
robot stories.
Could be. But not anything come through town lately, or?
Oh, not through here, no. Mm-mm.
All right. Well, maybe maybe I'll check up north and give you a report back on anything I find if I come back.
Well, sure. We appreciate it. You come on by.
Sure. All right.
We got we make our own Slim Jims.
Oh. Haven't snapped into one of those in a while.
I tell you.
I'm sorry. What's your name again?
Damn it. Because I totally left my note card of names at home.
Oh
Klingon bastard. We'll go
Just
with
Billy Ray.
Archibald.
Archibald. All right.
Nice. Because Slim Jims will survive whatever apocalypse comes.
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
Well, they make them fresh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
They're
no,
making
forget
their own. They're making cases.
These aren't 250-year-old Slim Jims.
Right.
They'd still probably
Those
be the
are
same, though.
very
so.
expensive. They're the vintage.
Oh,
ones.
yeah. When they still had access to pepper, it was
Yeah.
amazing. These are seasoned by rolling them in the dirt.
They're rolling them in fireworks.
Gunpowder.
Spicy.
Do not smoke and eat the Slim Jims.
Ooh, cookies.
Rex, nice to meet you.
Ah, cheers. Well, he kind of waves at
Right,
you through
right.
the glass.
thank you very much. And I will leave the town and come back and report to everybody with my oversized novelty map.
Yeah, it totally folds out to be like 4.5 feet wide too. Like, it looks like it's printed on like 11 by 14 paper, and it just multiple folds, kind of a thing. But it does look really old. Like, it doesn't look like they're cranking these out fresh.
Cool. Well, I'll definitely treat it nice because I want to take it back to put in my museum.
For sure.
All right. We're here, as you can see from the giant, enormous south of the border sign on this map. If we keep going east towards the ocean, we might run into Splugorth territory. They're kind of slug folks, I guess. Don't show up often, but when they do, they cause a whole mess of trouble. They haven't seen any of the people that we're looking for, but the gentleman I talked to said that we may want to look north. They have some sort of a crazy robot problem up there that they don't come down any farther, but anyone who goes up there gets blown up real good.
Well, that sounds like where we should probably go.
I think that might be, but we'll see if the tracks have any indication that they're headed that way.
Sure.
That sounds like a fine plan. Should we, do we need to do any restocking or getting any of provisions or anything while we're here? Or are we fairly set?
Well, Archibald told me they make a mighty fine Slim Jim down there.
Oh. Is that the ones they roll in the dirt? 'Cause
Yeah, for flavor, because they don't have any pepper.
We don't have
out
any
here.
pepper anymore.
What's a Slim Jim?
The large stick of meat that you can bite into.
Oh, like people size?
Well, I didn't see what the ones they're making. Usually a little bit smaller than that.
Yeah.
That seems like a Simpsons episode. Like Homer gets a human-sized Slim Jim, and
Oh.
he just drags it around with him everywhere, like the sandwich episode. But it doesn't go bad. It just becomes his companion.
I could eat a Slim Jim.
Well,
And the cafe does make other foods, but it just depends on what people have brought. They
maybe
don't
they
have. It's not like a
biscuits and
menu.
gravy.
They might have biscuits and gravy.
Or poutine.
The people around
Maybe.
here do have more similar accents to you than the other ones we've seen.
This is true.
Well, it seems like a nice enough place if we want to take a quick rest or pit stop.
Yeah, why don't we do that and then we'll take off and we'll head up to where they're talking about the attacks happening. But we
Sounds
should
good.
do that all of us rested, which seems as good a place as any to rest.
Sure. So this is probably one of the first, like 24-hour pit stop kind of places any of you have seen. Like, you find towns and settlements, and occasionally like a trading post sort of a thing that sprung up, but you probably spent some time like deep in coalition territory. So
Yeah.
like in some of the bigger cities, there's stuff that's 24 hours, but like just kind of out here like this, that's weird. Not necessarily nefariously weird. Don't.
Right.
I'm not going. I'm talking that way, but,
But
like,
most places the sidewalks roll up when it gets dark.
yeah. But like I said, there's still a fair number of folks hanging out, trading, coming through, leaving, filling up on some kind of biodiesel, you'd assume, that kind of thing.
Interesting.
But you guys can roll into town. You gonna leave the truck up here, or are you gonna?
No, I think we
Take
should
it
probably
in.
take them with us.
Okay.
Leaving them alone out here is probably not a great idea.
So you're just gonna ride in on the trailer? All right.
If we ride in, people know they belong to us, and they probably won't mess with them. If we leave them out somewhere, someone will salvage them.
Yeah.
Seems fair.
Sure. So you guys cruise over the hill, down into the gas station. You see some people that are, they're pointing, and especially with him on the back. They're going, "Ooh, look over there." Nobody seems to be giving
Yeah.
you.
We're in hero pose mode.
Nobody, like, you guys get a wide berth. You can pull into truck parking without any problem. Yeah. There's a couple people look like they're, excuse me, they're coming over and taking a look and peeking around the corner buildings and looking at the armor and like, ooh, look at that. And your armor is like super shiny in the neon lights. Like it's way like straight out of the 80s. Like
oh man, in the multicolored
Outrun the
lights?
arcade.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally.
Nice.
You're like a purple grid away from being a music video.
I have no disco music. Oh, no, I have. Oh, Daft Punk. I'll start.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you could totally start playing music,
Right.
and you see people that like they start like enjoying it. They're like, ah, like, it's like impromptu party sort of breaks out.
Nice.
People passing around bottles of weird hooch and Slim Jims, dancing to music. People are coming up and like waving at you guys and being like, ah, God, welcome.
He's a rhinestone boy.
I will get out of the suit. Oh. I will get out of the suit.
Okay.
And I want to go to the cafe.
Aww.
Does the music turn off?
No, it keeps on.
Okay.
I'll let go.
So they're not disappointed. But they see you climbing out and they're like, ah! Yeah, they're totally, everybody's totally excited. You see, like, there's a couple of younger kids, like, they've come up and they start, like, reaching out and poking at the leg.
Pick one up and set him inside.
Oh, super sweet. The kid's like, yeah! Like, he's pretending he's like,
Like rocket launcher.
yeah, like, making noises like explosions and stuff. And his friend's totally like, super cool. But
South
yeah.
of the border was destroyed today when an untrained
Child found a previously unaccessed auto fire mode and burned through 1,000 rounds of ammunition for a boom gun in 3 minutes.
That would be awesome. I'll switch the kids out
Okay.
Sure.
until they've all had a chance.
Yeah. It takes you 5 or 10 minutes because after the first one got put in there, there's like more kids come out of the woodwork. Obviously, you see, there's like a guy and he's like in a fireworks stand-looking building, and he's kind of annoyed. Like, you see him like peering out, like, and you see there's like the leavings of a bunch of kids that have been playing with smoke bombs and shit in front of the fireworks stand, and they totally all just abandoned ship and ran.
That must be Leroy. He's your competition for entertainment for the kids in this
I
town.
see. Okay.
But he's not like, I'll get you. He's just totally like, all right, show will be over soon enough. And then you'll all be back for my fireworks.
Hi, I'm Leroy. When you leaving?
Yeah.
Maybe don't get tore up drunk and pass out in front of the stand with Leroy in it. Like,
Right.
that's,
Wake up with a Roman candle sticking out my ass.
Possibly.
why? It burns so much.
Once the kids have all gone through, I'm going to go to
Sure.
the cafe.
You lock down your armor.
Yeah.
Beep, beep.
I'm in the cafe.
Sure. You guys get in there. It totally looks like the absolute stereotypical Waffle Housey looking.
Nice.
Like
Okay.
there's a counter with swivel seats that have been patched with duct tape 100 times. Weird Naugahyde booths. It doesn't seem like they have a menu. It's just you come in, you pay with something for trade or whatever, and then they let you come in and they bring you out a platter of food. It smells pretty good.
I don't have anything.
Do you guys take credits here?
Yeah,
Cool.
take your credit.
All right. Bring us all something to eat if you don't mind, and I'll pay.
Thanks,
40,
Rex.
Thanks, Rex.
40
credits
credits a person.
Okay.
The credit exchange rate isn't great because they're kind of far
Sure.
from that. But yeah, they let you guys all come in and sit down at a booth. They bring out it. It looks like one of those galvanized trash can lids, just piled up with various foods. There's some roasted meats and various vegetables of some kind.
Waffles.
Probably. They're not too hard to make. Yeah. Maybe a pile of waffles. But it's all just heaped onto this thing, and then they bring it out, and then they bring out a couple of plate for everybody. And like big spoons.
So it's family style.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
I will crack my helmet, but I'll have one hand down where my pistol is, in case anyone gives me any looks when the helmet comes off.
You take it off. You get a few people that are like looking over there, but they saw that you came in with them, and obviously it's not like a coalition squad or group.
Okay.
So nobody's causing shit. You know, a couple people are a little less overjoyed to see you, but
I'm used to that.
yeah.
I'm gonna give the eyeball back to anybody that's given him the eye. Just like teenager stink eye.
Teenage girl is just like, and they're totally like, oh shit.
Don't worry, he does not make mess inside anymore.
You see a couple people are like, you get a couple of chuckles. A few that are good-natured chuckles, and then a few that are like, yeah.
I laugh, but I roll my eyes.
Dogs can roll their eyes really well, too.
I'm sure if I get a chance to talk to him, I can straighten that out, but I'm used to this kind of a response.
Sure. Was that you?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if it was me.
No, it was me.
No.
Okay. Cool. So, yeah.
I eat.
You guys munch.
Conversation.
A couple people come up and they talk to you about where you're traveling from, that kind of thing. Because you're a fairly big, well-armored group.
Right.
So, you know, they want to hear stories. Because this kind of place like this is the kind of place where news travels through. So, you know, you get some folks that talk about, there's a dude that looks like, he looks sort of like a British explorer kind of a dude. Like he's wearing like a khaki shirt and
The little hat
shorts.
thing.
Pith helmet?
He's got
Pith
he
helmet.
doesn't have the pith helmet. He sort of has like the Australian outback, like one side up.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
Yeah, like that guy, exactly. You know, he comes up and he starts talking about down in the swamps and like some of the things he's hunted down there, much like dinosaurs. But he comes in and he trades with the leather guy. He brings exotic hides, that kind of stuff.
They're not dragon hides, are they?
No.
Okay.
It's legit like dinosaurs. Like
Okay.
there are dinosaurs that live in the Everglades.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I mean, similar.
Yeah, I
wings
mean-
and fire breathing.
If you feel offended by lizard kind being hunted for leather, then maybe you're
If
have a problem
if I
with
can
that.
tell the difference between that and dragon hide, then I'm not offended.
Okay, yeah, it's different.
Okay,
Like
not gonna
it
eat
looks
him then.
related, but certainly nothing that's bright red.
Okay.
It's all more in the green hues. So you're assuming there might be a green dragon out there somewhere, but you haven't met one.
Okay.
But-
I won't
but
eat
yeah.
him yet.
He talks about dinosaurs,
Okay.
not dragons. And he doesn't mention anything about flying, giant, fire-breathing magic beasts.
Got it.
He doesn't look like a dude that's armed enough to be able to fight a dragon by himself. So,
That's fair.
You see, I'm going to describe the creepy crawly
The running
guys
things, yeah.
to Muldoon.
creepy crawly guys.
The beast that the women
Oh, the
ride.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay, all right, the cyber thing. Yeah, okay.
We don't know what they're called, do we?
No, but creepy crawly to me is like something like horrifying spiders.
Well, were they sort of spider-ish?
No, they were
Weren't
like
they
they were
big
sort of like
dog
giant
things?
horse dog things.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
four-legged.
Oh, they're four-legged. Okay.
Yeah, but they had like cybernetic spines.
Okay. That
could
that's
whip
what
out
we're
and-
getting
yeah.
at. Yeah.
I'm going to describe him and see if he's spotted anything like that.
he's-
Especially recently, either going east or west?
Yeah.
He's mostly he ranges south of here, so he doesn't know. He says it sounds a lot like the stories from up north, somewhere between like the Baltimore area and here.
Okay.
That's kind of the area where they are rumored to be from, the robots that kill fairly mercilessly. Like,
Any advice for getting in and out of that territory?
be quiet.
Fair enough.
Most of the folks that have come back said anything, they're the ones that were hiding while their friends got murdered. So it's not a great place to go. He's like, I don't know anybody that's tried to go up by boat. I've never traveled that way. I don't know if that's safer or anything, but
Might be a thing to think about.
Am I suit amphibious?
it's watertight when you're in it.
Okay.
Probably can't swim though, because it's real heavy.
Well, I could
Yes.
walk across the bottom though.
For a short period, yeah.
So that.
There's probably some like there's probably like an air exchange thing
Okay.
that
alright.
you could turn off for periods, but
There's not.
Well, I thought it had full environmental protection for like 72 hours or something like that.
it
I mean,
might,
I don't know.
without
if
looking at the
exact
stats,
are-
but
I don't know.
72 hours isn't that long when you're thinking about walking to Baltimore in the water. Like,
Sure.
True.
Well, you walk out into the water, come back up on shore.
like yeah, you could come up to Periscope Death. Yeah, you could do that, I suppose. That doesn't help them very much, though.
No.
Well, mine has full environmental, so I could hitch a ride.
We'll fly.
I could just fly,
Yeah.
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 See, perfect.
You guys get abducted by the slug people.
Yeah.
None if
and
by
we'll
land.
Fly there.
We'll have you mad at the
Two
shit
of
out of
my
us again.
sea.
It'll be amazing.
You're gonna make me go find like
Two of
old
my-
Riff's ocean book. Just to be like, I don't even know what's in the ocean.
Well, hey, we'll get to fight giant mutated crawfish. It'll be
Right.
awesome.
Sounds delicious.
That's
Oh,
We're
man.
friends with Palladium Books, so
yeah. We know some
Kevin,
people.
if you're listening.
Firing one of those underwater. Holy shit! I wonder what that would do.
Bad
yeah, not good.
would be bad.
Probably boil all the water off around it as it moves.
Yeah.
Oh sure,
Yeah.
sure. If it
Don't
doesn't
get in the water
fragment
with
in the
lead
barrel,
bear.
That'll probably increase the sonic boom
It might-
radius as well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You'll awaken a kraken.
Right.
Yeah.
let's, so
Suddenly we'll be in Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
That'll be a whole new game. Do you? Are there any people who've come back from up there who are still in town? Do you know that we can maybe talk to, get some information?
nobody I know. Like I said, there's precious few that come back
Right.
from up that way. So most of us we're pretty local here, or I range down the coast down to Florida. The biggest worries we have down there are those Splugorth. They're pretty bad news.
Yeah, they sound like bad news.
Who named them? Do you know?
Who named humans human? I don't know.
I think we did.
Some Splugorth probably said that's a good name for us. Then I guess.
14-year-old boy.
They were wrong.
All right. Well, I guess all we can do is be really careful and scout ahead of where we are, and just do our best when we head up in there tomorrow.
Whew, you good luck. We'll catch you on the down trip. Maybe.
You'd be surprised.
No, thank you.
We'll make it.
He gives you a little salute, wanders off.
He's like, I'm getting out of
Yeah,
this.
he's like,
Can you
crazy
see the
people
PC
wanting to
halo
die.
over our heads?
All right. Well,
Did the meal include any Slim Jims?
No.
We still didn't get our Slim Jim.
I'll go get you a Slim Jim.
Thanks, Rex.
I'll mask back up and walk over to Archibald.
Okay.
And in addition to buying a couple of Slim Jims, I'll also ask him if the same question, if anyone who'd been up there might still be in town or around. Since he might be more sedentary and know the town better than the guy who traveled back
Traveler
and
guy.
forth.
He says no. Not that he's seen lately. There's a couple of guys that seem to head up that way, do some trapping and hunting. But they move kind of quiet and wildernessy. No vehicles or anything. So, but he hasn't seen any of them in town.
Do you know if they have a trailhead or a lodge or anything that they use while they're heading up there? Maybe we can stop in and see if they're...
Anything like that be up into the mountains,
I get out the
inland
map,
a ways.
like here.
Yeah, like up the inland away from the coast. The more forest area, that whole deal. Blue Ridge Mountains, right? Yeah. So like from where you guys are, pretty far. Like they aren't going up that direction along the east coast towards Baltimore and that. They kind of he's saying that they kind of range inland more.
Got it.
All right. Well, I'll come back and provide that information, and here you go.
This is a Slim Jim? Huh. Slimmer
Right.
than I thought. Okay.
It's totally like wrapped in heat shrink plastic too. Like they have some guy that sits there with the heat gun.
They don't have spices, but they have heat shrink plastic.
Yeah.
It's pretty. A lot of plastics heat shrink when it comes down
Yeah.
to
When
it.
Well,
when you heat it
all
up.
right,
yeah.
fair enough.
All right,
We
well-
head in. We should move quickly and maybe split high and low.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good plan. We should all be sure to get a good night's sleep tonight as well, because who knows how long it'll be before we get like a good deep rest again. Especially taking watches up in the enemy territory.
Now, if we go in separate and we get separated, we should have a plan or a rendezvous point, so we can make sure
Here?
that we all meet back up.
Yeah, coming back here, I think this is probably the safest spot for many miles.
You can certainly find it pretty easy.
Yeah.
Because literally 50 yards from where you guys are standing is the remains of I-95. Like, it's big highway.
Nice.
Okay.
So, it's pretty easy.
Does
to
it run
find.
north-south or east-west?
It runs majority north-south. It kind of, from here, it's heading sort of northeast.
That's kind of the direction
Ish.
we're going, though, right?
Yeah.
All right.
So you think it'd be a safe assumption that maybe things turned, like they didn't come right through the trading post. They kind of
Right.
turned and headed
Right.
that direction. But cool.
All right. Cool.
So you guys settle in for. They're happy to let you sleep in in your truck in the parking lot. Nobody's
Okay.
going to hassle you. Come knocking on the window.
All right.
You can't sleep here. So that's totally fine. But they don't really have like a motel or hotel.
Right, right.
Yeah. So I think that's a good place to stop.
Yeah.
Okay,
We'll
cool.
pick up from south of the border next time.
Yay!
All right. Thank you guys for watching and listening. We really appreciate it. We're actually coming up going to switch nights that we record this. So if you listen or if you watch or listen live, we will be switching to Mondays, but the other Mondays. Right now we're every other Monday. We're switching to the every other Mondays. So check out happyjacks.org/schedule. That's super clear in my head. Don't laugh.
We know what you mean.
Jam yesterday, jam tomorrow, never jam today.
Correct. Whatever that means. So yes, check out happyjacks.org/schedule. We're adding another Monday game, which is going to be called Monster of the Week, and it's powered by the Apocalypse game. You know, Stu brings up his like little thing to it. So we're going to be adding that in on every other Monday, which is going to be this other Monday. So we're going to be the other Mondays now.
So we'll be back in not 2 weeks.
2 weeks,
but
yes.
3
3
weeks.
3
weeks.
weeks, yes.
The 9th of October.
Yes. that will be-
Columbus Day.
It's not, now it is Indigenous Peoples Day in Los Angeles.
That's true.
We don't
Yes.
have
We're
Columbus
not
Day.
in Los Angeles.
Yeah, we're in Pasadena. It's Columbus Day.
Oh, okay. Well, on my way home, it'll switch back to
Yes,
Indigenous
it will.
Peoples
It will.
Yes.
That's totally true.
Magically.
So, yeah, so check it out. We also have a bunch of other games that are coming up, new ones. We're adding some Wednesday games to the roster coming up soon.
Starting this
Starting,
week, right?
yeah, starting this Wednesday, we have our first Wednesday game added, and that's Jib's.
2 days.
Yeah, the Spaniard's Ghost, which is a pirate Savage Worlds game, which is very exciting.
That sounds cool.
So check that out. And join the forums, happyjacks.org/forum. Find us everywhere at happyjacksrpg. And yeah, I guess we're done.
And
Very
Oh,
cool.
did you have a thing?
I was just gonna say, don't forget International Talk Like a Pirate Day tomorrow.
Yes.
Oh, good point.
Super thematically appropriate for the
Yes.
day before our Savage
Yeah.
World Pirate
Yeah.
game starts.
Yeah.
That's
You know,
awesome.
you're practicing.
We're out of time and out of space, lamenting for the human race. A cataclysmic crisis from the past. A small blue world asunder torn, an apocalyptic nightmare born, and mankind better learn to cope with it fast. Watch the glittering protectors rise! Inhuman foes meet your demise! And boom, boom, boom! Your end is nigh!
The preceding program has been a presentation of the Angry Folk Media Empire.